Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a review of the Inspire for Girls Bible. So this one is the Bible for coloring and creative journaling. This one was designed for girls 8 years old and up. So on the back there's some information about it in case you would like to pause and read that. Then we will pan down and look at the features. Some of them which will include 500 plus line art illustrations to color, 300 plus devotional readings and prayers written just for girls, 160 plus journaling prompts paired with devotionals, 64 key scripture verse pages for coloring and memorization, and 64 fun facts lists highlight interesting facts for each book of the Bible. I've also got an example of what it's going to look like on the inside. Also tells us how the fun facts, devotionals, and the journaling prompts look. There's a little bit about Carolyn Larsen, the author there. Then our ISBN number. It also tells us it retails for $29.99. And you can definitely find it for less on different websites, so definitely seek out your best price on it. This one is going to be the paperback version. This one measures out at 7 7/8 inches tall by 6 1/8 inches wide, and it is 1 5/8 inches thick. So we can see it just has plain white page edges. You can actually see the signatures folded over there. The cover, the way that they've done this one here, it's actually really cute. You can see the shininess on all those little dots in that star. And then also on this bottom section. So really cute, especially for girls 8 and up, who this is actually intended for. Then on our spine, we've got Tyndale, Inspire for Girls, the Bible for coloring and creative journaling. And this one would even be good for, like, if you know an adult who might have a disability and maybe they're functioning on a lower age level, this might be appropriate for them as well. So we're going to get into our first pages here, and we can see that full 2-page spread ready to be colored. Another part there, and you can put a little to and from, so kind of like a presentation page that you can fill out yourself. We've got Inspire for Girls, NLT. Tells us this one was printed in China in 2018. And then we've also got our Inspire Bible for Girls copyright 2018. We've got our contents page. We're going to have all of the books of the Bible as far as Old and New Testament, and you can see that the way that that's done, they can color on these pages as well. We've got the alphabetical listing of the books of the Bible. And then it's going to get into a welcome to the Inspire for Girls. And it's getting, so if you do get one, you might want to maybe read this with your child if you pick this up for a young girl. It's going to have some Bible journaling tips, which will be helpful. There's additional questions to answer. We've got a Dear Lord, so we've got a nice prayer in here. And these pages, it does have some ghosting. So one thing that you can do is just stick a piece of black paper behind it. Then that's going to get rid of a lot of that ghosting. But there's an example of the first prayer that is in this one. So if you'd like to pause and read and see how that is done. So I like that there's a lot of prayers throughout this, because I think that's going to help young girls grow in their faith, definitely. We're going to have a topical index of the different devotionals. So it covers a lot of different things as far as we've got anger and attitude, behavior. We've got choices, complaining, courage, discipline. So we're going to have a few pages that have a lot of good topics there. And it does give them the page numbers. So that's going to be handy. We've got a 45-day Shine Brightly for Jesus reading plan. Gives them all the different page numbers. So I think that will be helpful for them to be able to just go right to it. We've got a note to the readers. Gives a little bit of information about the NLT translation. And then we're going to get into the Old Testament. We can see our two-tone pages as far as the white with that pretty blue. Every book of the Bible is going to have a page that's going to have similar type of artwork like this, like flowers and maybe some different foliage. It'll have all the different key verses for that book. These happen to be on the leaves in there, so that's really cute the way that they've designed that. I'm going to go ahead and stick this paper behind this page just so that there's not so much distraction as we're looking at this. So we can see we've got that same nice color blue for the title of the book, and then the subject headings and our chapter number. So we've got a single column layout. The font on this one is an 8.65, so it is nice and readable, especially for most kids. I think most kids should have no problems reading this one. So here's our first fun fact. So I'll pan down this if you'd like to kind of see what's on there. And then I've just kind of marked a few of the pages just to kind of show you some of the stuff that is in here. So what they've done is they've taken the different scriptures that are within the same area of the book, and then they've got some nice scripture art. So everybody should recognize this one here. Then we're going to have some pages as far as we've got on this one here. This one's going to be our devotional. So what are you hungering for? And it's going to give them a scripture, and it's going to tell them what part to read. And then gives them a devotional, and then also a prayer at the bottom. And then on this other page, this is going to be one of the journaling prompts. So then that way it might give them some ideas so that they can fill in the rest of this page themselves. So there's dang near something on every page, and you would expect it to be just like children's type artwork. But actually the artwork in it actually looks really nice, as you can see right there. So they did do a really nice job on it. So lots of different things, and the way that they've done them is they've incorporated it within the same section of the text. So the different verses, like this one here, the way that we've got the 10 Commandments on a full page. I like the way that they've done that, and that's going to be in Exodus, and so that's going to be in the section right here. And then we've got that right there on the next page. So right after they've read that, they're going to have that neat page. But lots of really great scripture art. And again, it's all going to be close to the section of the books that it's in. There's going to be quite a few pages where it'll have a full page. There will be some pages like these here where they don't have anything on them, but you can see that it does have the little dots. So if they wanted to draw their own stuff or to write in it. But definitely something that would be good to get young girls started. So we'll flip through and see a few more of these pages, but tons of different stuff in here. Like on some of those that we've seen as far as the line art, there's over 500 of them. So here's the book of Proverbs and the key scriptures, the way that they've got them in the flowers. So that is really cute. But the fun facts, I think, are done really well. And also the little devotions that have the prayers on them. I think that is really neat. That will be helpful to a young girl to maybe help their prayer life as well. I didn't see any artwork in this one that seemed disturbing at all that I could think to mention to anybody. A lot of the pages where we end a book, they've decided to fill the rest of that page with some artwork. So really nicely done. But just a great Bible for young girls. I would definitely recommend getting one of these for a young girl. This one will be gifted to a young girl. So there's another example of when a book ends, and then we've got a nice scripture. Then we're going to get into the New Testament. But I really like the way that they broke these down and the way that they've done this. I think it's really neat. So there's another full page. So a lot of these are verses that a lot of you will be familiar with. But as Christmas is coming up right around the corner, I think this would be great to get for some young girls. But as I flip through some of these, you'll see just how many pages have stuff for them to color on. So it'd definitely be a great Bible to start out with. Then as we get into Hebrews here, a little bit into Hebrews, there's a nice full page. Then once we get to the back, all that it's going to have is the index of the designed scripture verses. If I can hold this open. So it's going to tell us the books, the scripture, and what page it is on. And it just wants to fold over on me. And so then that's the way that it ends. There's not any maps or any study notes or anything like that. But I think with the devotions that are in this one, as far as the devotionals, the journaling prompts, the fun facts, and then the different key Bible verses. I think this is an awesome Bible for a young girl. I would definitely recommend one of these. And I will also put a link in the description box as well. So again, this is going to be Inspire for Girls, so designed again for girls 8 years old and up. There again is our ISBN number in case you would like to check one out for yourself. But these would make a great Christmas present for young girls, definitely. And I would like to thank the folks over at Tyndale for sending this one out for review. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.